Now, like I said, I had been traveling with BBCC at 12, but prior to Broadway, you know, you stop off at home, and I was still in school and here and there. And so then this opportunity to go to Broadway came, and I was 15 at that point. And I went to my mom and I was like, well, Ma, you gonna let me go? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I don't know if I can maintain, you know, salvation in the big city. And she looked at me and she said, well, if you can't stay saved there, then you're not saved here. And I was like, no, we're saved. She said, no, I'm saved. I'm a Christian. And you've got to make that decision for yourself, because no matter where you go, God is able to keep you. And I said, well, if I'm not really saved here, I might as well go figure out, am I going to be saved there? So I went. But I was so concerned about, I don't want to get tricked. I've been singing about the Lord. I was raised in church. I don't want to get tricked. And so my first thing was, after I was with the cast and we were taking a break, I asked one person that I had just met, where's the nearest Bible bookstore? And she took me and I bought a giant print Bible. I don't know why. I figured the words bigger would really get in my heart. But prior to going, just before I got on that plane going, I experienced something. I was walking home from school and I got mugged. And the way we lived off of a very busy street. It was a 4-lane street. So you turn, we were the first house there. So it was a lot of, you know, traffic. So by time the gentleman, when I turned, the gentleman jumped out and he knocked me down, and I tried to look like, some cars, are you going to stop? No cars were there. It was just like pin drop quiet. That's weird for a major street. And at that point, I went ahead and called on Jesus. I said, the blood of Jesus. And I only did that because my mom raised us that way. She was like, if you're ever in trouble, call on Jesus. It's not that I had great relationship. I was just a church kid. Went to church regularly, weekly. And I remember that's what Mama said. Yeah, I had that experience walking home from school. And so, yeah, in the middle of being mugged, I called on the name Jesus. And I saw how fretful the guy got. He was like undone. And I was like, well, you know, sounds like this name is working. You know, didn't have a real relationship, but it's working. And I just was like, the blood of Jesus. And got up, ran for his life. I mean, turning as if people were after him and no one was there. So I got to my house and I was like, Lord, you know, I'm shaking, you know, and I'm like, what's that? So I went to my room and I was like, your name, there's something about your name. And I was like, I know I've been raised in church, but if you can get me to know who you are for who for myself, I'll serve you with the rest of my life. And so then that's when I went and I was like, Mom, are you sure you're gonna let me go to New York? You know, because I'm thinking anything can happen. So she says what she says, and I get to New York and I do what I do, go straight there and get a Bible, begin to read. And I opened that Bible and I said, Lord, if you can help me understand your word, then I can apply it.